Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today and welcome to a session recap on our 2021 Android Developer Summit. My name is Sagar, Developer Relations Engineer at Google, and I'm pleased to have you join us today for a recap on the latest announcement at Android Dev Summit. Without further ado, let's go into some key topics. So here's what we are going to look today. Jetpack Compose and Material U. We'll look at the updates on Jetpack libraries. We'll also take a look at Android 12L for large screens, and we'll walk you through on the Wear OS updates and Play updates. In this section, we will take a look at Material U, which is the next evolution of material design and how it works with Jetpack Compose. Material design is the next evolution of material design, which includes material use styling features. It's a radical new design vision focused on delivering experiences that are personal for every style, accessible for every need, and adaptive for every screen. Jetpack Compose is Android's new modern native UI toolkit to help you build better apps faster. We are excited to announce the launch of the new Compose Material 3 Jetpack library available in alpha at Android Developer Summit. It includes many of the great features of Material U, like dynamic color, updated themings and components, and many more. You can begin by adding the new Material 3 dependency to your build.gradle. We have built a couple of sample apps to help you get started. Jetpack is a sample chat app with Jetpack Compose and currently uses themings and components from Material Design 2. We have introduced a new version of Material Theme for Material Design 3. The Material 3 components can be themed by adjusting color scheme and topography systems with updates to the shape coming soon. Use the light color scheme function to create an instance of color scheme with light baseline values, overriding the defaults with custom colors. Or choose the dark color scheme for dark baseline default values. We have provided each system dark theme utility function to determine if the system is considered to be in the dark theme. The Material Design 3 has a new type scale, including type styles that have been updated for Material Design 2. The naming and grouping have been simplified to display headline, title, body, and label with large, medium, and small screens for each. Compose models this with a new typography class. Its parameters are named after the styles in Material Design 3 type scale. Broadly speaking, elevation has changed from using shadows in Material 2 to tonal color overlays in Material 3. This is a new way to distinguish container and surfaces from each other. Increasing tonal elevation uses a more prominent tone. Elevation overlays were a part of dark theme in Material 2, which have also changed to tonal color overlays in Material 3. The Material 3 includes a variety of updates to components like buttons, app bars, dialogues, FABs, and navigation components. For more information, please watch our ADS talk on implementing Material U using Jetpack Compose. Another sample app is JetSnack app, a snack ordering app which demonstrates handling state, how to perform state hoisting, and interaction with the view model. A state in an app is very value that can change over time. Apps are stateful by nature, whether they store data locally or in a server. State is what makes them valuable. From showing the filtered results to keeping track of your shopping cart, state plays a crucial role in most apps. State is really important for this app, from what items to show on the home screen, allowing the users to filter snack, and even keeping track of your shopping cart. State hoisting is a pattern of moving private state out of a composable to make it less stateful. A stateless composable is a composable that doesn't hold private state. Composables receive state as parameters and communicate events up using lambdas. This makes the composable more reusable and testable, as it's not coupled to any specific way of handling data. Now let's see how we can manage state by defining the source of truth. The basic ingredients are composable, stakeholders, and view model. If the UI elements to handle a simple, it could be placed in a composable itself. In this example, the JetSnack app composable owns the scaffold state. JetSnack app state will be the source of truth for JetSnack app's UI element state, and all the interactions with them should go through the stateholder. In a nutshell, a stateholder is a plain class that hoists UI element state and contains UI related logic. This favors separation of concern by reducing consumable complexity and favoring the testability. In summary, view model hoist state out of the composition. They are responsible for the business logic of the app and decide what data to display on the screen, as usually these data and logics come from another layers of the hierarchy. Due to this, view models are recommended for screen level composables. For more information on managing state, please take a look at ADS talk, A Composed State of Mind. We introduced several features and guide to incorporating them in our app. Now, let's take a look at some of the major Jetpack Compose talks. Build a modern AMP widget covers water widgets, improvements in Android 12, and better tooling. The talk on Animation Reimagine introduces a brand new animation API designed for delightful development experience. It also covers how to use animation preview feature of Android Studio that help us debug and fine-tune your animations. Get ready to deep dive into layout. The talk provides insights on how layout works under the hood, the capability it has, how the bundle layouts and modifiers are built, and how you can easily create custom layouts. The talk on dynamic color deep dives into how dynamic color interact with the distinct brand expression in your app and the new tooling for visualizing dynamic color and seeing those changes reflected throughout your app's API. We have prepared a playlist for you on these topics. Do check it out. Now, let's take a look at some of the updates on Jetpack libraries. We introduced new version for Room, which includes several features. The first one is auto migration. Before 2.4, you had to implement a manual migration class in which you would write and execute the SQL statement to migrate between versions of your database. We have made migrations easy through auto migration. It allows you to update your database schema with any changes between the versions while avoiding any data loss. During migration, Room will check and validate this updated schema. The relational query methods allow you to represent the relationships by simply writing a DAO method with a return type of a map. You only need to provide query and the return type. The Room will take care of the rest. This reduces the verbosity issues which were caused due to additional data models created to support the relationship. Room will not default using an enum to string and vice versa type converter if none is provided. If a type converter for an enum already exists, Room will prioritize using it over the default one. Sometimes you want to log queries to see what's going on in your database. We added callbacks to the Room's database builder method, so when the DB is running queries, it will get logged. We have extended support for paging 3.0 and RX Java. These require additional artifacts to be added in order to be used. The library now includes support for KSP, the Kotlin symbol processing support, which is a native replacement for KAPT that runs annotation processor as part of the Kotlin compilation. Work Manager is the recommended solution for persistent work. We introduce fresh APIs that enable your app to get back to the foreground, even when background restrictions are in place. You can now request work to be run immediately while your app is in foreground, and it will continue to run even if app is put in the background. With the new multi-work process library, Work Manager introduced APIs and improvements under the hood that helps large applications to schedule and run work in a dedicated process more efficiently. We added new API that enable testing single workers and entire work continuations. As developers, you now have access to detailed debug logs as well as inspection directly from inside the Android Studio. We wanted to make it easier to run long-running work. That means work that runs longer than the 10 minutes execution window that workers typically get. To make this possible, Work Manager binds the worker's lifecycle to that of a foreground service. Users have a limited attention span, so Work Manager provides APIs to make stopping long-running work from the notification itself. Window Manager is a library that gives you backward compatibility APIs with window sizes and metrics. It provides information about display features like folds and hinges that can be helpful during your development process. It provides the accurate measurements to load correct resources. And last but not the least, the window size classes provide native layout breakpoint, which enables you to adapt your UI. It is helpful while selecting right layout for different device types and responding to different window size changes. Devices have multiple displays, can introduce new ways of interacting with them. One exciting example is rear display mode that allows using the high-quality primary camera while showing the preview to the user when device is unfolded. So get ready for taking great selfies with the main camera. We are working on a new set of APIs to support the use case. Look for it among the experimental Window Manager Jetpack APIs soon. The Car App library contains a series of templates that you can use to bring your navigation, parking, and EV charging experience to a car's head unit. You can write your code once to work across both Android Auto and Android Automotive OS. The library handles things like driver safety and opens the door for voice integration to give your users the best app experience while on the road. As with normal Android development, you can test your app on emulators provided in Android Studio and publish your app through the Play Store. For media and messaging apps, use existing Android APIs. We have also made it possible to publish paid apps and include in-app purchases flows for Android Automotive OS. That's it from updates on Jetpack libraries. Do check out the detailed talks in our Android developer channel. Now let's take a look at Android 12L for large screens. From Android 12 onwards, all apps will run in multi-window mode by default. The app might run in split screen or in a window besides another app. The app needs to take into account window dimensions and exclusive access to the hardware like camera or microphone. The improved taskbar makes it easier to support multitasking. It simplifies switching between the apps and navigation back to the home screen. On larger screen, the app bar makes it easy to drag apps in split screen or multi-window mode. The apps now will be able to load either in the split screen or multi-window mode, regardless whether they are declared as resizable. Which means it comes down to you to ensure support for resizable to avoid the app restarts or app being added to the compatibility mode. The 12L feature drops comes with new API and SDK level 32, which empowers you to easily target new features. Starting testing all these features by getting the Android Studio emulators with 12L system image, which allows you to test split screen, foldable, and screen rotations. Want to get started with these large screens? Do check out 12 feature drop and Jetpack Windows Manager at the links displayed on the screen. Let's check some updates on the Wear OS. Many developers have created helpful experience for the latest version of Wear OS, which launched earlier this year, and we are looking forward to richer, more impressive app experiences. As you know by now, the Jetpack Compose library simplifies and accelerates UI development, and we are bringing Compose support to Wear OS. You can design your app with familiar UI components, adapted for the watch. These components include Material U, so you can create beautiful apps with less code. We also have another updates for WatchFace Studio, our APIs, design tools, and the Play Store for Wear OS. Today, Compose for Wear OS is the developer preview after a number of successful alpha releases. Compose simplifies and accelerates the UI development, and the same is true for Compose Wear OS with built-in support for Material U to help you create beautiful apps with less code. Many of the Wear composables that are equivalent to the mobile versions can use the same code. The code for styling color, typography, and shapes with Material theme is identical to mobile as well. However, the library creates a Wear optimized version of the composable to follow Wear OS Material guidelines. In addition, we have introduced many new composables that improve the Wear experience, such as chip, toggle chip, basic curve text, time text. We also offer a Wear optimized composable for lists, which adds scaling and transparency changes to the better support round surfaces. You can see in the animation image the content shrinks and fades at the bottom and the top and the bottom of the screen to help readability. Wear also has its own version of Box, which adds support for the swipe to dismiss gesture, similar to back and forth gestures on the mobile, out of the box. Finally, we also offer a navigation composable which just works like NavHost on mobile, but also supports the swipe to dismiss gesture of the box. The scaffold provides a layout structure to help you arrange screens in a common pattern, just like mobile, but instead of app bar, FAB, or a drawer, it supports Wear-specific layouts with top-level components like time and the scroll position indicator. Watch faces are one of the most visible ways that users can express themselves on their smartwatches. Creating your watch face is a great way to showcase your brand for users on Wear OS. We have partnered with Samsung to provide better tools for watch face creation and make it easier to design watch faces for the Wear OS ecosystem. Watch Face Studio is a design tool created by Samsung that allows you to produce and distribute your own watch faces without any coding. It includes intuitive graphic tools to allow you to easily design the watch faces. You can create watch faces for your personal use or upload them in Google Play Console to share with your users on Wear OS devices that support API level 28 and above. The WFS works on both Windows and Mac environments. Here are the key ways to use the WFS. You can customize the watch face color, background image, font, and more using the style editing. You can use the group components so that you can control or move those components with a single action. Add tags with date, time, battery, step count, and more using the tag expressions. To help you follow best practices, reduce boilerplate code, and create performant, glanceable experiences for your users, we have recently released first 5 stable Android Jetpack Wear OS libraries. Those are Wear, Wear Input, Wear Ongoing, Wear Phone Interactions, and Wear Remote Interaction. Tiles provide easy access to the information and access user need in order to get things done. With a simple swipe from the watch face, a user can find out the latest forecast or start a timer. Tiles are now enabled for most devices in the market, providing predictable, glanceable access to information and quick actions. The Tiles API allows developers to build custom tiles that user can include on their watch. Using the Tiles API required targeting API level 26 or higher. The API is not stable. Do check it out. For developers who want more fine-grained control on their watch faces, we have launched the Jetpack Watch Face APIs, which is an RC build and built ground up in Kotlin. The new APIs offer a number of new features, such as watch face styling, which persists across both the watch and the phone. Smaller separate libraries so that you can include what you need. Battery improvements by encouraging good battery usage pattern out of the box. For example, reducing the interactive frame rate when the battery is low. The new screenshot APIs so that the user can see their watch face changes in real time. And there are many more such exciting features available for you to try out. This is a great time to start moving from the older watch face support library to this new version. We have also updated few things on Play Store to make it easier to discover and download compatible apps for Wear OS Watch. For the Play Store on your phone, the search has been improved with new filters. Add watch or watch faces to narrow search to relevant apps and watch faces. The Play Store on your watch is getting a whole new look. Based on the principles of Material You, the new design simplifies the experience of navigating the small surface area of watch face. Important information is placed in cards, which makes comfortable to read and make a selection. Do try out these new libraries and remember to provide your valuable feedback. Now let's take a look at some play updates. We have built new features to help power developer growth on our platform, including enhancement to trust and safety, tools to boost apps quality and improve monetization. We also have some updates for games and an exciting new app marketing certificate. We have made important changes to ensure all types of businesses can be successful on Google Play. We now have multiple programs designed to support our app ecosystem, with 99% of developers qualifying for a service fee of 15 or less. Recently, we announced that starting January 1, 2022, we are decreasing the service fee for all the subscriptions on Google Play from 30% to 15%. Additionally, we are making changes to the Play Media Experience program, where ebooks and on-demand streaming services will now be eligible for a service fee as low as 10%. Data safety section lets users know what type of data your app collects and shares and how the data is used. By giving developers a way to showcase your approach to privacy and security, we are not only building trust, we are helping users make informed decisions about the apps they install and use. We are investing in a new developer tools that help you protect your apps and games from abuse and attack, so you can ensure your users have experience you intend. The new Play Integrity APIs will let you determine if you are interacting with your genuine app binary installed by Google Play and running on a genuine Android device that's powered by Google Play services. If not, you can decide how best to introduce additional friction and reduce the risk to your app. First, we are making it easier for you to be alerted to and fix new issues with improvements to Android Vitals. Your most recent data is now more visible to you to help you see issues right away. And we have added trends, filters, and app version information to help you identify the source of the issue quickly. We introduced a new tool in Google Play Console called Rich and Devices to help you understand which features or fixes would help you reach the most users on Google Play. By understanding your user and issue distribution, you can make better decisions about which specs to build for, where to launch, and what to test to make the biggest impact. We are making changes to the way users evaluate your app quality too. Starting in November, users on phones will start to see ratings specific to their registered country. Then, in early 2022, users will see ratings specific to the device that they are on, including form factors such as tablets, Chromebooks, and wearables. We continue to invest in modernizing our platform, including updates to billing library. The latest version of billing v3 includes new ways for users to pay subscription promotion, purchase attributions for games, and improvements to purchase reliability and security. Today's subscription users who go into payment decline often aren't aware of it or experience too much friction to fix their payment. That's why we have launched a new API that can detect whether a user is in payment decline and show a helpful message right in your app. So the user can immediately fix the payment without leaving the app and have a need to go to the Play Store. On an average, our early access partners saw a 99% improvement in subscription recovery and spend for users who saw the message. The updated sign-in API for Play Game Services, which drastically simplifies the sign-in implementation, is now in early access. The new SDK makes for a one-line implementation. We have also simplified the setup for users, combining the Google Play Games install and profile creation in one step. This allows users to get back to their game more quickly, even when they don't have Play games installed. We are also streamlining the process of opting into auto sign-in for even smoother experience for returning users. Starting in 2022, Play Game Services will no longer require this installation. The change will allow 2 billion users to sign into your Play Game Services and Apple games with a zero-touch experience. We announced the launch of the Google Play Listing Certificate. This new program is designed to help app marketers demonstrate their proficiency and skills in Play Store listing best practices. To get certified, app marketers can take online training that will help you best tell your app or game story on Google Play. You will learn key skills that will help you drive growth through high quality and policy compliant store listings. After the training, take the exam and get an industry recognized certificate. Well, that's it from my session recap on Android Dev Summit 2021. Do check out the detailed talks in our Android Developer YouTube channel. And once again, thank you very much for attending this session.
Why Android apps ask our camera permissions?
It's basically to give more control to the user. जब user आपका कोई app install करेगा, let's say if you switch the position, let's say you are the user and I am the developer. बहुत सारे apps को they have very good intention to give a beautiful user experience and so on. But if you don't give permission, it's many apps abuse it. अब let's say मैंने एक app release करके डाल दिया और जो आपका कैमरा एक्सेस कर रहा है और आपका फोटो कभी भी लेके अपलोड कर रहा है या वर्स्ट केस आपके फोन से एसएमएस भेज रहा है, तो जो आपके लिए खुद के लिए कॉस्ट हो सकता है. तो इन सारी चीज़ों को कंट्रोल यूजर को देने के लिए we created the permission so that they don't abuse it, and at the end it's user's phone. So यूजर के लिए it's important कि उसका कौन सा डेटा बाहर जा रहा है और कौन सा फोन में रह रहा है, उसका कंट्रोल यूजर को देने के लिए ये सब परमिशंस की गई है.
मेरा ये क्वेश्चन है कि मतलब अभी आपने बताया कि इतना मतलब इसमें काम हो रहा है अभी तक एंड्रॉइड में, तो अगर हम इसको देखते हैं कि मतलब एंड्रॉइड में इतना काम हो रहा है, तो फिर ये फ्लटर ये तो कहते हैं कि ये मतलब क्रॉस प्लेटफॉर्म है, तो क्या इसमें मतलब वो क्रैश नहीं आ जाएगा?
Flutter and Android means if you are doing a very native support and you want to have, it's very arguable. There are many pros and cons of using any of them. आप Flutter करके iOS और Android के लिए apps बना दीजिए या आप Android या iOS के लिए separate कीजिए. So the clash won't be there because they serve different purpose. अब let's say आप एक startup है, आपको मार्केट में बहुत फास्ट जाना है and you're not keen to use lot of OS specific feature. Let's say कि background में आपको processing करना है या download करना है. If you don't need to do that, Flutter will let you get faster. पर जिस वक्त आपको ज़्यादा OS specific या जहाँ OS की ज़्यादा help चाहिए उस वक्त iOS या Android specific वो development ज़्यादा काम आएगा. So it's really on the use case that you are building.
So, Sagar, last question है Faris का. How do you see Java in after 5 years or maybe 10 years from now onwards?
So Java is, that's a whole another story. But if you see for Android, we are going Kotlin first. So most of the new APIs and whatever, even including Compose or the Jetpack libraries, they are all written in Java first. So my recommendation would be learn Kotlin for this one. You get yourself on board with Kotlin. We have variety of materials in the dev.android.com where you can easily get started on Kotlin. And as I said, if it's Flutter versus Android, the demand is for both. So it's very arguable कि नहीं आप Android ही करो, नहीं आप Flutter ही करो. I would say if you're experienced, keep one strength, whether it be Android or whether it be Flutter, have one as your primary strength so that whenever you're looking out for job, the recruiters know, hey, Flutter this guy, Android this guy. So keep one core strength and then develop another one so that आपके पास अलग-अलग variety का skill set हो जाएगा बाहर जाने के लिए. But in either cases, you need to have basic understanding of Android. So when it comes to programming language, I'll say stick with Kotlin.